Really?
It wasn't working for me. I tried.
Now where'd you go?
It's different on our phone.
What?
It's different from the phones in the computer.
Didn't you just say you just tried it on your phone?
Yeah, my phone didn't work.
What's up, guys?
Named best in class, the car and driver. It's your passport to adventure.
Why doesn't it work over there? Because the streaming on the computer, I'm trying to set up a new software for the computer streaming that I don't understand. It looks nothing like this.
What?
They can hear him.
Yeah, can you guys hear us?
I have no clue. I don't know what to do.
My birthday is. Yep, they can hear us. Yeah, all right, cool. So I couldn't figure out how to get my my Mac to work properly. So to get the video going on the computer. So we're gonna try to get it this way because I know that you guys, Ted Bunnies.
No.
We'll wait a little bit, see if we can get some more people. Did you guys throw out that we're live?
I'm not saying everyone's live at 9 o'clock now. If anybody or people who are just sub and have our notifications will get the notification.
What's up, James? How you doing?
Cash go down.
How do you say that, Runette? Love from New York. What's up, man? There's your Queens girl right here. Born in Queens. Whoa.
You dropped them.
We dropped you.
I'm sorry, I dropped you guys. I'm having a problem here trying to get this thing to sit right. All right, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Except that's not. Except, give me that box.
No, pick up the box.
Right there. In front of you.
Right there. It's not.
All right. So what's up, Colorado? When you going back for Ted? Well, it looks like hopefully next weekend, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. Let me turn this a little bit so you can see T.
You can change it. No, it's not. They don't need to. They can hear me. They don't need to see.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it, man. What up? What up? Sub-Zero Mouse One. How's it going? Addison. Georgia. What's up, Georgia? You know, we came here. We moved to Utah from Florida, so I've driven through Georgia. Send him to hell. Well, I think he's already there. He just likes to make his presence over here.
I'm from Utah. Hi, Utah.
Where's Utah?
Yeah, she just went up. I couldn't see her name.
Oh, Massachusetts. What's up, Julian? Emma, hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you know what I want you to...
No, come say hi.
why don't we turn that light on and turn that one off? What's up?
What's the difference with...
I subscribed after watching the video. Oh, shit.
What's up?
You want all the lights on as possible.
I subscribed after watching videos of known as Pizzeria.
Yeah, that one's
West
fun.
Virginia. Mountains. Who's from Vegas?
Vegas.
What's up, Vegas?
That's Gabby's hometown. Gabby, they're calling you out. In Vegas.
UK, what's up across the pond, Cash? It's not really scary.
No.
Oh, we got Newfoundland, Canada, Ohio, Missouri, Tornado Alley. You strapped down? Hopefully you ain't getting nothing, right? You know, you guys have a nice, you know, every summer about this time here in Utah, it's like, I don't know, 95, 100 degrees. Some reason this year it's like, I think the hottest it's gotten is like 80. So we can't really complain. The weather's really, really beautiful right now. So going back to Ted's, or should we wait a little longer? But we'll wait a little. We'll wait a.
How many people are watching?
34.
Oh, lit.
Oh,
You just said, oh, lit.
So wanted to give you guys a little
Did you
rundown.
come say hi?
What, you did? What was I saying?
Want to give you guys a little rundown?
Oh yeah, I wanted to give you guys a rundown of what our plans are. We do every Sunday. Obviously, we're I don't know if you guys all know, but we are Sicilian. We're a Sicilian family. I'm full-blooded. I was born there, and Sunday dinner is a family thing that we do, or we try to do every weekend, and so what we wanted to do is since we're the Para family, and you guys now have become part of our family, the Para family.
There we go.
We'd like to do a live broadcast on Sundays. What does that say?
Just say, person.
can you tell me what the skeleton? Oh, the SLS camera.
Yeah. So that's the Connect SLS camera that you have. It all comes
You have to buy it.
Yeah, you have to buy it all together, and the software comes preloaded on the tablet that they give you. So yeah, that's not an app. I will tell you that a lot of people have been asking about the phone. We'll get to that in a minute,
Okay.
Caitlin. Just give me a minute, all right? What was I saying? I keep getting
About
distracted.
SLS camera. Oh, the app.
Oh, the app on the phone. That's right. I'm sorry, man. It's Sunday. I kind of like go, you know.
It's a chill day.
Yeah, it's our not thinking kind of day. And wait, I'm from Northern Utah. Where in Northern Utah?
And they said they're gonna come visit the restaurant.
I'm from Northern Utah. I'll be visiting the restaurant, so hope to see you guys soon.
Oh,
That sounds good. That sounds good. Hey, listen. Are you coming down next weekend? We got Corey and Aaron coming up to the restaurant to do the meet and greet. The post, if you go on our videos, the last couple videos, there's a link on there. I'm Native American.
Yes.
Corey got scratched. What? Oh, on
Oh, and the other one.
today's video, right? Wasn't it?
No,
No.
I
The
think it was-
TFIL video. Is that what it is? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
When
I'm not sure what video.
They went to that the place in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah. That wasn't with us.
All right, so like I was saying, so the app, a lot of people have been sending me questions about the app that we use on our phones. The one that you see that we use on the videos, it's called Ghost Hunting Tools, and it's an Android app. You can get it on Apple as well. There's another one that we use that I like to use more, and I think Nisa likes to use it more.
Then
It's only available on the Apple. and it's called M2.
I think, yeah.
M2. You got to pay for it. It's like a couple bucks, no big deal. But just to give you a little heads up, you might want to wait instead of searching through all that stuff. And we've been talking with Corey. Corey's been talking with me, and we've talked about designing an app that will take care of all these, so you don't have to get a bunch of different apps. We're just going to put it all in one app for ghost hunting, and then we'll let you guys know where it is, where you can get it. We'll have it on the App Store, and we're going to try. Hopefully, we'll have it for Apple and Android. So, we really want to encourage the live streams every Sunday night. We will still post. I will still post every Sunday morning at, Sunday at noon here Mountain Time. That's 11 on Pacific, and I don't. They're a couple hours behind us, the East Coast. So we would encourage everybody to come have dinner with us on Sunday nights.
The family is good. Thanks for asking.
We're great.
Nando, you want to come over?
There you go. All right. Obviously, yeah, we're we're huge into the paranormal too. Actually, we kind of got like thrown into it. We didn't really. We didn't expect it. None of this was ever really expected. I mean, we've been doing stuff like that, but ever since this stuff happened at the restaurant, and we've been dealing with it for
My whole life. Oh.
yeah, well, that, but I'm talking about like the restaurant itself. June 1st was our 6th-year birthday over there, or what they call it, anniversary. So we've been dealing with this for 6 years, and we got some really exciting stuff coming up. We're just trying to build our fan base a little bit bigger. I got some stuff coming up with Corey and Aaron. Like I said, they're going to be here next week. Well, should we tell them?
About the video?
No, I think we should make them wait. They should wait.
I don't know. I'm torn because I'm really excited about some of the stuff that we did get. All right, let me tell you this. We are going to do an investigation, and we're going to have Corey and Aaron there and everything, and we have definitive proof that this demon exists. We have a still photo that was the one that was given to that I sent to Ghost Adventures when they asked for. They just wanted a picture of the basement for to get an idea of the layout. And so what we did was, I just went downstairs, just started snapping shots. And the one picture, most of you that have seen us on Ghost Adventures or Corey's first video with Corey and Devin, you'll see the picture that I originally got, because I took that picture on June 8th of 2017, and I have the timestamp on it. But we also did another one back in March of this year, and we got the exact same thing on camera.
Well, more
I don't wanna get-
irrefutable. Is that the word I'm trying to find?
Well, so the reason why we waited. I mean, Corey was scared. I think he mentioned it in one of his videos that or it was a tweet that he had gotten something, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to share it.
Post it.
Don't worry, I'm talking him into it. But this will provide definitive proof that the demon does exist
in our basement.
in our basement. It's made various threats as far as destroying the building, whatever, burning the building down if we tried getting it out. That's basically why. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been sending us messages on Messenger, on Facebook, on Twitter, all over the place about, they can help us get.
So that's where we got that picture.
We can explain that a little in a little bit. Threw me off again.
The video
The
stuff.
videos. Then definitive.
Yeah, okay, definitive proof. Well, I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but you guys will see this. You will see the proof. And I'll tell you this much. I'm going to do something that I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyways because
He's crazy.
I don't know if any of you have ever heard of, it's called mirror gazing.
Leave it at that.
And
That's
it's
it. Leave it at that. No more than that.
No more.
Keep it.
it's their fault, guys. They
We
won't let-
gotta
they-
keep it hush.
I guess you gotta just watch the video. All right.
I know I'm mean.
Where you at, Explorer? You know what that is. What's that?
No mirror gazing.
Thank you. How do you Nayeli? Is that how you pronounce that? Nayeli? Yeah, as a matter of fact, somebody, so, did you see that? Somebody mentioned the Annabelle doll.
You have a good night too, Zoe. Saw that? Oh, the Annabelle doll?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd love to see that dog.
We're gonna make it a point that we want to
Yeah.
go check out the Annabelle doll, for sure. I want to see this thing. But back to the thing. What I was saying. No, I'm not gonna say it.
No.
You're not gonna let me.
Nope, the video
No.
will be out what?
In a couple
Well,
weeks.
Friday. Let's
A
see,
couple
Saturday.
weeks.
We'll do the.
We're
shoot
doing it on Saturday.
It'll either be out next Wednesday or
Next
next
Sunday.
Saturday. Next Sunday. That's right. Next Sunday. I gotta get with Corey and Aaron and see when they're gonna, because we're gonna kind of do it together. They're gonna do the podcast and all that. So, just a little quick. Well, nothing's quick, I guess, with me, but the whole Ted Bundy thing. Somebody actually made a comment about us, exploiting, and we don't ever want to feel like we're exploiting
No.
anybody, anything. We're not trying to exploit these spirits.
We're actually trying to help
We're
them.
trying to help them find a way home. There's no reason why they need to be stuck in those areas.
Somebody says, is it normal to get chills in 85-degree weather with no AC on?
Yes. Happens all the time.
Yeah. It's just
Every single day.
somebody letting you know their presence
That's
is there.
right.
Guys, don't fear ghosts. They're just like
They were us.
They were just like us. They're just like you. They were people here on this earth. They're just in a different realm. I know it's scary because you don't know, but isn't it scarier to know or not know what's going to happen when you do die? I mean, leave all the religion and all that kind of stuff
Yes.
aside. Let's just put that all aside and talk about the reality of it. I mean, we're all going to be there. Do you want somebody treating you like that? I'll tell you my theory. My theory is that if you're diagnosed with a terminal disease, or you were doctor says, listen, they give you a time limit, let's say. Well, I feel that there's time to prepare. And your spirit guides have time to prepare, and so when that time comes, they're there to guide you. Somebody's there to hold your hand, grab your hand, take you in to the light, or whatever else happens. And the other aspect of it is, you walk out the street, bus hits you, you're instantly dead. I think that poor spirit had no warning. His spirit guides had no warning. They're stuck here. They're scared. don't know why nobody can see them, can talk to them, can touch them. They can't feel, but they're stuck here. It'd be a little different if they were on that side, on the other dimension, and then everybody's like them. But when you're in a different dimension and you're stuck here, they should not be stuck here. They should have the free will just like we do. Everybody has the free will to go wherever you want, right? And you can go across the country, across the world, on the ocean, anywhere you want, right? Well, they should have the right to do that same thing. So,
They want to know if it's possible for a spirit to contact them through a dream.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
absolutely.
That is very huge. Spirits can contact you in many different ways, especially if it's a family member. Family members will contact through scents, something that reminds you of, a smell that would remind you of them, a certain song that comes on the radio that you normally wouldn't hear, but for some reason, why is this song playing? Or certain numbers that would remind you of them. But dreams are huge. Because I don't dream a whole lot, but when I do dream, I know that it's real, and that, especially when I dream about somebody else, I will have to contact that person and let them know what that dream was about. Because normally, especially for somebody like me, when I'm having a dream about somebody, I know that it's real, and I need to contact that person right away and let them know what's happening. But yeah, if you're dreaming about, especially a family member, listen to the dream. Because it's their way of coming to you and giving you validation that they're still with you. Because you got to remember, if a family member passes, they're always with you. Always, always, always with you.
Sleep paralysis.
Okay. So sleep paralysis, you can either have one or the other. It's a medical condition, or you can have a spirit that,
Tell them to stop,
yeah.
Jay. If they're bugging you, just ask them to stop.
Because I had a woman who held me down one night, sitting on my stomach, and I was like, listen, I don't think so. It's time for you to go away. You got to remember, you are in control. They're not in control of you. Don't give them that power to be in control. Speak your mind and tell them to go away. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
She has her third eye open.
Oh,
She is a third eye.
oh.
Somebody asked if any of us have our third eye open.
Of course.
Yeah,
I close
do.
mine. I don't want to see them.
Gabriella does.
I don't want to see them. I can feel
Nando
them. I can sense them.
does.
Oh, and I saw a question over there. Somebody said, why are they stuck? Well, they're not stuck. They're kind of lost.
A lot of them, you got to understand too this. Some spirits don't want to go. Some spirits want to stay here because this is their home. This is where they want to be.
Loved ones. They
Some
don't
of
want to
them
leave
are
their loved
just,
ones.
if somebody dies tragically, let's say the women from the Ted Bundy,
I'm going to eat a little dinner here.
if they have passed tragically, some of them feel guilty, like they deserve to suffer and don't want to leave. And that's where someone like me, let's say, comes in and is able to conversate with them and let them know you did nothing wrong. Like if you guys watched the video where we passed the girl in the Ted Bundy cellar. And I had to reassure her that she absolutely did nothing wrong because she blamed herself for getting into the car.
Come here. You gotta stop it.
And a lot of times when stuff like that happens, they believe that they deserve what they got, so they will stay. And as sad as that sounds, in their mindsets, they believe they deserve that. That's why, what she said about, somebody said something about Wiccan.
I didn't see it.
I can scroll it back down.
You know, so that's why I want to help
Oh.
past these spirits, and I want to send them
I can't.
where they belong, to their parents and their loved ones, and not leave them here where they're suffering every moment and reliving it all the time. That's a horrible thing to go through. Is it possible for you to see what? The aura of someone? Yes.
That passed away.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
Or somebody that's passed away.
Yes, you can.
Somebody also wanted to know what's the difference between, or how can you tell the difference between a good and a bad spirit?
Gut. Trust your gut feeling. First and foremost, your gut will never steer you wrong. If your gut tells you something's not right,
Get out.
get out. First, for me, that's the first thing I will go with is my gut. And then I will also try to communicate and see if they want to say anything.
I think that person's doing the same thing Gabby's doing. They asked if you, is it
No.
possible to open up a portal in your dreams?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Gabby does it all
Gabby
the time.
does it all the time.
I'm gonna, excuse me guys, I'm just gonna cross by here. I'm gonna grab something to drink.
Gabby does it all that she opens them in her room all the time.
That person wanted to know, how do you handle seeing and feeling all the stuff you do?
Honestly, I have to be honest. Sometimes it's hard, but I gotta believe that for some reason somebody decided that I was a person who deserved this gift, because it really is a gift. So you learn to, meditation helps a lot. Grounding yourself really helps. And just trying to come to terms with everything. Like, one of the ladies that asked me about what it was like, this last video that we just put out with the Ted Bundy seller. This was probably one of the worst. The cave, when we just recently, the cave video that we put out. This was probably one of the worst reactions I have ever had anywhere we've ever went. This has never happened to me before. But like I was saying in the video, as we walked up, for some reason, the closer we got to the cave, and I didn't know we were getting close to the cave, because I was looking at the surroundings, I was looking at everything around us, and then all of a sudden, I felt like I was being punched in my nose. I could feel the blood rushing down the back of my throat. I was choking. I literally was choking on this. And then I got sick to my stomach, and excuse the word, but I threw up. And then I stood up, I got punched in my gut, and I stumbled to another side of the woods where we were, and I threw up again. And for me, I was like, what is happening? And then I stood up and I gathered myself, because it dawned on me what was happening. So what had happened to me is I walked into an energy surge. And because of who I am and what I'm able to do, they were able to show me this is what was happening. This is what happened to this poor lady, this poor soul that is there now. And they showed me step by step what happened. And it was horrible for me.
Castiel.
And for me, that angered me.
Cass.
Makes me want to
Cass.
come at him and take what I call for him his toys away. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and take away all Ted Bundy's toys so he cannot make these women suffer again, because he does not like strong women.
Castiel.
And he definitely does not like me. Everybody say hello to Castiel.
Cass. Cass, come
He
here.
wants to say hello. Cass, get down. Oh yeah, let me tell you what, when we passed that spirit, that was extremely emotional, because what you guys can't see what I was seeing when her mother came through. Now, her aura to me was green, which means I was sending her helping vibes, and I was able to help her, causing her the peace to pass on to the other side. And her mother, when her mother came through, her mother's aura was purple. So I had this purple aura standing in front of me in the white light, and her standing beside me and green. And this poor soul was so worried that he was going to be able to pass with her. So if you listen to the video, I'm telling her, he cannot go with you. He is not able to pass through. You are able to go. And she was still so scared. And I'm telling her, listen, you did nothing wrong. You're okay. It's time for you to be with your mother. Go with your mother. And then all of a sudden, the two colors combined into one, and I could feel them grabbing onto each other. And Nisa can vouch for this.
Oh, yeah.
When they connected, when her and her mother connected and they grabbed hands, the energy surge that happened went through the entire basement. I got it. Nisa felt it. Gabriella felt it. Sebastian felt it on the outside where he was standing. It was crazy. But she's in peace now. Now she's with her mom, and now I'm going to go back and we're going to release the other girl at the cave. And I hope to be able to do that for a lot more spirits. Because that's basically our intention. It's not to hurt anybody or to, I don't even know the words. We really just want to help these spirits that want to cross and want to go home and don't want to be left here anymore. But again, like I said, some don't want to go. Some want to stay here. Like we have tons in the restaurant. They don't want to go. They're very comfortable where they're at. So they're like, nope, we're staying. So you have to respect them. You have to respect the fact that they don't want to go.
Jesus.
You know, at the end of the day, it's their choice to stay or to go. So all we can do is either help them cross or let them stay and enjoy what they consider their happy life. Can you what? Can you contact? I can't.
Can I contact my grandma? She passed away a few years ago from cancer.
Yeah, you can contact. I mean, listen. Sweetie, let me explain something to you.
Sorry.
You can contact them just by talking. Just talk. They can hear you. They can hear everybody. All I have to say is, Grandma, are you here? I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. And I would almost guarantee you, if not at that very moment in time, but in the near future, you will get a sign from them. Yeah, some spirits don't want to communicate, but most of them do. Most of them want to talk.
They haven't talked to anybody in quite a while.
Some of them don't know boundaries either. They don't know when to leave you alone, especially at night. When it's time to go to sleep is when they really want to bother you.
Oh, I'm trying to see if the phone is charging. My ancestors were Wiccan. My cousin and I are sensitive to spirits. Is it possible? Oh, jeez, you dropped you.
Possible what?
Is it possible that it's connected as I get older?
Yes.
And it's gotten easier to see and hear them?
Yes.
Sorry, I really want to know.
Oh, yes, definitely. You could, like, okay, so let me
Sorry,
put it
guys.
like this. So when I was a little girl, I was able to tell people stuff that was going to happen to them. And let's say one time I told one of my mother's friends that she was going to go to jail if she went to the beach. And I was probably about 3 years old. And I kept telling her, you're going to go to jail, you're going to go to jail. And then
Guess what?
she went to jail. Because she went to the beach and she stole something and got arrested. Okay, and then another time, my mother and father were sitting on a couch together, and I was sitting on my dad's lap, and he asked me, if him and my mom were going to stay together forever. And I told him, no, Daddy, you're not, because you're going to die. And he did about a week later. And after that happened, my mother got really freaked out and had the preacher come in and bless me and all that stuff because it freaked her out. You know? So it stopped for a while for me. And then as I get older, it came back with an attitude. It came back like, hello, what are you doing? And for me, it takes a long time. For me, it took a moment for me to actually believe, let's say in myself, that I was able to do what I'm able to do.
Come here, Cass.
And my family helps me to believe in myself.
Why?
I'm trying to pull it up on our.
I'm feeling something is in my room. Let's say in my room.
This way we could see him.
But mute us.
Oh.
Mute us. Mute yours.
Okay.
Mute.
I'm sorry, I'm fighting the dog.
Oh, I can see better on that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Where'd Nanda go?
But where's the?
You gotta make it smaller.
Make it smaller.
Jesus.
As I say, how do you guys feel
I
about
gotta teach the
Bundy's
family.
what?
The recent attention online. Stop it, Cass.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that, guys?
How do we feel about what?
Bundy's
Well-
recent
His recent
Oh,
exposure
how do you
all
guys
over
feel
the
about
place.
Bundy's recent attention online?
Well, it's
Well,
as sad as it is,
it's how it is now. I mean, people.
come up here so they can see.
And it's hard to explain because like we like to, as humans, we want to know more about stuff that we don't understand, and I feel like that's why people are always so intrigued by this stuff and by serial killers and everything, because they want to know what, like, we know that there's something not exactly right. There's the chemicals in their brain aren't exactly right, and it's intriguing to people. So when something big like Ted Bundy does happen, people want to talk about it. And now that we're in an age where like everything is in the palm of our hands and we can always, it's so easy to see all this stuff and actually look into it and understand it all. It's easier for people to actually talk about it and know more. And I think it's just intriguing that we just want to know why they do what they do. If that makes sense. I know, I'm kind of rambling.
thanks, Lewis. We appreciate it. You guys are bad, too.
Bad A.
Let's see. All these questions, all these coming in at all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
T, I just want to say that I'm happy that you're a good with yourself and with your abilities. It's truly a blessing. Thank you. She thanks you too. Okay, so Mariner Explorer said, come help me in Seattle, solve this case of a woman saying she's buried, been murdered in Seattle. Name is Sarah, and it's cold case files. Okay, so what I was getting into earlier was that the whole Bundy thing. In the last video of the cave, I did say that there still is 11 individuals missing, and somebody commented on the video something about the effect that it was in that same comment with the exploiting them and all this stuff, and that's the thing. We're not trying to exploit. What we're trying to do is educate people, understand. If we can find these bodies,
Oh
Can you imagine what kind of happiness?
For the
At,
families that are
at
still
least,
around.
at least some closure that they know that their family member i- is found, and and it's not cool that somebody has to go through life with not even knowing their name. Nobody knows their name. Nobody knows who they are. And yes, we are going to come up to Seattle. Um, like I said, we just need to build a bigger base. We need to have a bigger. Uh, we need to make the family bigger. Um, and then what our plans are. Obviously, you guys know we own a restaurant, and we don't have a lot of time to go out and do it. I mean, we own and run our own restaurant. So if we have to go somewhere, like we went to Corey's place out in LA, we have to close down for that couple days or a week or whatever it is, and financially that hurts. So we can't really do that. But in the near future, I think we should be able to figure out a schedule, right? And our plan is that we want to go. We want to start in Seattle. Over there, I believe it's called Issaquah. There's a lake over there where the first. There was a couple of girls that went missing one day. I don't know I don't have their names off the top of my head. I don't know it that well, but they found the two bodies. But the woods in that area, they claim that there's an unknown amount of women that Bundy, took care of, I guess. And that's the reason why Tina says that's the reason why he wanted his ashes scattered over that
Oh,
forest, so that he could still remain in control of those women in the afterlife. One of the intriguing things about
I think it's sick that they did it.
True, very. But he, the thing about Bundy, and somebody had commented something about mentally, and something about why he did this and all this stuff, and it was screwy in the head. And of course, normally anybody would think you kill more than 100 people and you're not a soldier in a war, and I think you got some problems up there. But he was captured in 1980. I think he was sentenced 1980, and he was executed in 1989. And that period that he was in the jail, numerous amounts of psychiatrists, psychologists tried to figure out what was going on in this dude's head, and not one person, not one doctor could come to the assumption that he was crazy. They said he was perfectly sane. If you guys ever get a chance, there's on YouTube, as a matter of fact, that's where I saw it. There's here. Bye, Jess. There's a YouTube video of the last interview he did right before he was executed. And if you watch this video, it's sickening. Sickening. Absolutely. Somebody just hit us up on the Facebook Messenger.
I can't check that.
If they can ask a question.
On Facebook, I don't have Facebook.
Well, all right. Well, I don't know if she's watching live or not, but so yeah, the dude wasn't. I mean, every doctor that's talked to him said he's not crazy. They could not come up with a scientific reason why this dude did what he did. His theory is that it was pornography at a young age and the consumption of alcohol is what drove him over the line. and I don't know. I don't see it. I think that's crazy in itself to think that, you know, somebody could go kill. I mean, and it wasn't even just killing it. The stuff that this guy did to these poor girls.
It was sick.
I mean, and he didn't even do it. He didn't even do it when they were alive. He sodomized these women after they were dead.
Yes.
That's the kind of coward.
He was.
He's a coward.
And that's why
He
he
hit him
scared
over the
me.
head. A bitch has a witch. I'm sorry. Whoops. A witch has. A witch has somebody following you. Who was that? I saw the.
What?
Wait. Yes, that's. I'm very connected, and I am a strong white witch that has bad people following. You got bad people following you. Who's this? What's her name? Chris. I know you're. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. I know you're a white witch, but who's following you, or who's having people follow you?
Yeah. I believe ghosts and spirits from us, they are
Yes,
very
Alexis,
real.
they are real.
Very, very real.
Yep.
Right, Nanda?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We're going back to the cave. We're gonna go back to the cave on probably next Saturday actually no, not next Saturday. Next Sunday.
Probably, maybe.
Next Sunday after the meeting, right?
No, but the White Witch.
Yeah.
And she said
Yeah, shadow people around me all the time.
she said she went to a medium and the medium told her she was a white witch and she'd like to know more about that.
Okay, did this medium tell you anything else that was real? Before I get into the White Witch part?
She said they were her mediums growing up, and they just passed away, and she'd like some more clarification on it.
There was a medium that.
It was somebody, they passed away. But they told her throughout her life that she was a white witch.
Hold on.
Oh.
James, no, it's not bad that you see your friend's aura, dude. It's not bad at all. Actually, you should be glad that you have the opportunity to do that. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's good. No, okay, so what I'm getting then is she was telling you that you were a white witch in past lives? Stop, Cass.
Come here.
That's the go. Is that what she's saying? That in past lives
No, she was saying
that she is now?
I think so.
Okay, so let me explain something to you. A psychic can't tell you if you're a witch now. That's something you choose to be. She can tell you you were a witch in a past life, which I was many times. But a psychic cannot tell you that you are right now today. That is choices that you make on your own. Somebody can't just tell you that you're a witch. They can say you were in a past life.
Sorry, but the main theory is what was your most intense investigation? First time we had that.
Our restaurant.
Yeah, at our restaurant.
Our restaurant.
First time we had him turn the flashlight on command, and I damn near jumped out of my body. Scared the hell out of me. Was never used to it. Now it's a little more, we can deal with it. But at first, when you finally get the realization that this stuff is real, I know a lot of people think we're crazy and they don't, whatever. Let them think what they want. I know what I see. I know what I felt. I know what my family's seen. I know what we've caught on film. So
Yeah, it's been crazy. I tell you what, the restaurant keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, I mean, we get scratched or whatever, and honestly, I think it's just their way of just trying to let you know that they're there. Um, that's what I think. They want. I mean, think about it. If you're sitting right next to somebody, but they can't see you, they can't hear you, they can't feel you, they have no idea that you're sitting next to them, and you're trying to get their attention. And so somehow you figure out a way to manifest that energy into like trying to get them to get their attention, and you might end up scratching them or whatever. And then that's my theory. I could be wrong, but
She told me that
What
I'm
else?
very connected to spirits. I have bad ones tied to me from past lives.
yeah, I know how you feel about having something bad tied to you from your past life.
And those particular types of spirits like that, what she should have told you is the only way you can really eliminate ones from past life is through past life regression. You would have to go do past life regression to get rid of those. So if she was telling you that these are things that she should have told you, she should have said, okay, listen, you have these particular spirits that are with you from past life.
Don't talk about
But you just need to, I would find somebody where you live and do a past life regression and get rid of them. Because that's really the only way you can do it is with past life regression. What do I do when I can't go to sleep because I feel like there's something in my room?
Tell it to leave you alone.
Yeah, tell them to go away. Leave me alone. A lot of times you can take salt, white salt, or pink salt, and put it around your bed, around the outside of your bed, and even on the windowsills, which will keep things like that from happening. It'll keep bad energy or anything that makes you feel weird away so that you can sleep. There are certain crystals that you can sleep with under your bed, underneath your pillow.
Cleanse the room.
Yeah.
Sage.
Sage your room. Sage
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah.
And tell the bad energy to leave and don't let it come back.
Friend and I went to Waverly. Saw a solid black figure, but when we look up, shadow people. Yeah, shadow people are usually see-through. I wish you'd have caught it on some kind of film.
Yeah.
That's the only way really to come up with any kind of conclusions or anything is just something that we can study and examine and we try to find a way to debunk it. Is that James? James, okay, I gotta go. See you guys next Saturday. Can I come in and get water on Saturdays? Sure.
Sure. We'll see you Saturday, James.
See you later, James. Could you guys answer my shadow people question, please?
What do you want to know about them?
A lifetime I've seen two
Yes.
at a 10-year time difference doing the same thing, waving at me in my face in a taunting manner. Are you picking up anything on that?
I was just going to say, what grandparent passed away in that particular time?
Did you hear that? And I'm
Haciel.
talking
Cass wants to be in the
to
live stream.
Nina. Nina, we're talking to you. Nina or Willie. Did you hear Tina? What she asked? I've been told that they are manifested by the living's suppressing negative energy.
No.
I don't think so.
Is this the same girl?
Yeah.
I'm being told this is a grandparent that passed away in that particular moment, in that time period, that time frame. And they usually show up when She could tell me I'm wrong or not in a time where you're not sure about doing something or whether what you're thinking about is a good idea or not.
Wow. Some of these questions, we're not. Tina, you asked Raven about the drug overdose yesterday. You're standing next to James as well. So you had the right reason for death. Just the wrong person. Oh, Sue. Oh, Sue's watching.
I just said though, remember Sue, all I said was, who had the overdose? But whoever it was didn't want to speak up. I could have conversated with him about the person that was there. He should have spoke up. Because if there's a group of people, a lot of times, this is what people got to understand. If I'm in a room with a group of people and spirit comes through, sometimes it is extremely hard for me to determine who they're for. So I'll just generally ask the question, who passed away from an overdose? Hoping that the one person that they're supposed to be with will speak up and say, me, and then I can go on with the message that they want them to know.
Well, we hope some of this stuff is helping some of you guys, and obviously we can't get to all your questions. I'm trying, but they're coming in so fast that I'm going to have a couple people here just sitting and reading questions. But this is something. Yeah, well, she put. Nina put also that their sole purpose is to suck the life out of you, but that seemed wild. No, it's not.
I feel like these are people trying to guide you in the right direction. And for some reason, listen, okay, I can only put it in certain ways. You could be very headstrong and not listen to people because you want to do things your way, you want to learn the hard way sometimes. And I'm really being told that these are not bad spirits. These are spirits trying to help you to go in the right direction. And sometimes you should just really listen to it instead of ignoring it.
What's your opinion on Wiccans? I don't really know how to spell it, but I
love
hope
them.
you understand that I'm saying what I'm saying.
That exact comment has been coming up a lot with other people.
I love Wiccans.
And
We love all.
But
I mean, it's
the
Wiccan community. That we're friends. We have a lot of friends in the Wiccan community.
Yes.
It helps. I mean, I've had many that have helped me out with my situation with with the demon. I don't know if you guys know that demon that is in our basement that was attached to me. I had that attachment, and yeah, it does suck the life out of you. But there's also, you got to remember, there's also there's energy. They're ghosts. Don't get me wrong, but they call them energy vampires because what they do is they will literally draw all the energy out of you. And it's happened to me in the basement. There was one time we were downstairs, and all of a sudden Tina said there's a female right behind you, and all of a sudden she's putting her hand on your shoulder. The minute Tina said she put her hand on my shoulder, within the next minute I was completely drained. I almost passed out. They had to take me upstairs and bring me outside, take me outside of the restaurant. You have to protect yourself. You have to shield yourself.
And I do all that.
It's hard. It's hard. But
Oh, yes.
we do what we got to do.
Okay,
crystals will help protect from bad spirits.
So somebody just asked about animal spirits. I had a lady that came in one day to get a reading from me, And the funniest thing was the only thing that came through for her was her golden retriever. I was like, I'm sorry. And the woman started to cry because she was like, I miss my dog so much. And I was like, really? The dog? Your dog is the only person that's coming through for you? So yeah, no. Animals come through too, just like other spirits.
Yeah, just like this one.
Yes. I mean, animals are very... That's another thing. If you have animals and you feel like there's stuff in your house, in your rooms...
We have a ghost cat.
I have a ghost cat in my house. But pay attention to the way your animals behave. If your animals are staring in a corner and looking weird and you can't figure out why they're doing it, it's usually because they're seeing something. If your dog starts barking for no reason and there's nothing there, there's something there. You got to remember, animals can see and hear things that we cannot.
Oh, boy. Some really tough questions here. There's, this Addison over here, but somebody, or this Becca Kirk, I have a feeling that someone is following me like a spirit. Okay, somebody right here, Taylor, asked, does the Ghost Radar app actually work?
Yes,
Yes.
very much so.
And the reason why I say is because I have tested them. I don't know if you guys are aware or know who John Zaffis is. He used to have a TV show on, I believe, Sci-Fi called The Haunted Collector. He is the nephew of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous couple. And even he swears by the phone apps. And the reason being is it's just like a compass. Okay, the compass on your phone works basically the same way as the K2. Is it K2? Yeah, K2, the EMF. And I've tested it. You could take an EMF reader, you could put it right up to a light socket. It'll bing all the way red. Take the K2 meter, do the same, or take the phone app, do the same thing. Put the phone near it, it'll still do the same thing. They act very similar. So even a professional like John Zaffis agrees that the apps do work. Some don't. You know, some do, some don't. There's always scammers out there.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you just got to do the research on them. Like I said, I told you the ones that I use, but we are going to be putting one out within the near future. This way you can get everything you need. Hopefully we can embed a spirit box in there too, so you can just do everything on your phone, on the app. Okay, hold on, Chris. This one, this Chris. Okay. I don't know the proper term. Are you talking about Chris Cashman? Can you clarify on that statement that you put to Nana Bega? The proper term. He's a very bad demon. Who's a bad demon? Okay. Oh, and this one here, Renette Burns. She's worried about her kid being so scared. That's a tough one, man. It all depends on the person, you know. As far as being scared and not being scared, I mean, the only thing you can do is tell them that it's not going to hurt them, and somehow prove it to them that, you know, they don't.
She's afraid of spirits?
Yeah, she's afraid.
Does
She
see
saw a ghost and got scared, and
Okay.
like she's definitely afraid. And maybe if you explain it to the way that it could be a family member like your grandma, grandpa, great grandparent, or something like that. That is a family member. Maybe they can
How old
associate
is
a little
her
bit.
daughter?
I believe you said your daughter was 13, I think. Nina, is it possible to travel to a real location in your dream?
So this is where we need Gabby. Let's see if she's ready to come up.
That's what
We'll
she's seeking.
go find out, because these are questions that Gabby can ask, because these are things that Gabby does.
Oh, she's for the kid's 15.
15? Is this the first time she's ever seen a spirit? Does she see them often, or is this just the very first and only time?
Like the one that was talking about the traveling to places or whatever. It's talking like out of body experiences.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. You can have out of body experiences in your sleep. Very much so. It's called astral projecting.
Or astral planing.
Astral
Yeah.
planing. Gabby does it.
Gabby's seeping.
We don't know why sleep paralysis happens.
Gabby's doing it right now.
I've experienced it once a long time ago. I don't know. I don't know if it's a physical thing or if it's a spiritual thing. I'm sorry. I'm not very versed in that aspect of it. CJ, how are all of you doing? We're doing good, CJ. Well, it's good. It's good. I mean, isn't it good that you see your relatives that have passed away? I mean, I'd like to, but I don't. I don't see them. And I've had pretty much my entire family is pretty much passed on to the other side. Mother, father, aunts, uncles. So that's so. Unfortunately, Gabby had a long night.
She fell asleep.
She passed out.
She's astral projecting.
She's astroplaning right now. No, but she would probably be the one to better answer the questions about the paralysis and the how does it happen when you open a portal in your dream. She knows. I don't know, so I couldn't answer. How do you communicate with their spirits? Well, how do you communicate? Was it the main theorist? Yeah, main theorist. To answer your question, most animals can't speak. You're right, and but how do you communicate with your animal that's alive? Same way, I would think. You never tried to communicate with a. They have the ghost cat.
Yeah, but
Does she come over to you or?
she meows a lot, and our cats run away from her. Our cats don't really like her very much, because it freaks our cats out. Lisa, you've seen the ghost cat, right?
Yeah, the ghost cat touched me.
You tell them, they're asking about it.
Oh yeah, Okay, so we have 3 cats. We have 2 black cats and then a white one. And I was in my room and I thought it was one of the black cats because I saw black and it rubbed against my leg and it walked past me and I looked out, hi, walked past and then disappeared and I was like, oh, that's not my cat. Oh yeah.
It's okay. We know you're late, Kimberly. We'll excuse you this time.
But next
You
time.
cannot be late to dinner. Sunday dinner, family dinner.
We were late.
Yeah,
We were late
We
too.
were late too. Don't let him get on you.
And, sorry.
We're gonna call him out if he's gonna call you out, Kimberly.
We're gonna try to keep this on a steady schedule. Again, all this YouTube stuff is really new to us. We've really just got into it.
Tell our social medias. We have an Instagram
Yes.
and a Twitter. We have Instagram. Excuse me, Cass. You're in my spot.
Our cat wants to be on
The dog.
Don't play. Hey, hold on. Wait. Somebody just commented here. My friend said to me to play the Ouija board. Do
Do
not.
not play
Hold
the
on
Ouija
a
board.
second. Let me tell you this. If you know exactly what you're doing, how to open up a Ouija board and how to close a Ouija board, then go right ahead. But if you have no clue and you're going by the directions on the box,
Don't.
stay away from it. Because 95% of the time when you are opening up something with a Ouija board, it is not the people you are calling in. It's not Uncle Joe and Grandpa Mike
No.
and Grandma Susie. It is usually somebody looking for a way in.
Demon. I don't want to say they're all demons.
Just-
But a bad, dark. That's the dark side, I'm telling you.
I mean, anybody can tell you this.
You don't need a Ouija board to communicate
No,
with your
you do
with your
not.
spirits. You do. We do it all the time. You don't need these fake things.
And if, listen, Ouija boards are used for seances. And the best person to do a Ouija board with is a medium.
Good.
Somebody who can speak with the ghosts to know who is actually coming through. You do not want to mess with something you do not understand. Because then you're opening up yourself to a world of misery.
Somebody asked about those rod things.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I
I
last
actually used them for the first time last night.
Yeah.
And I was
I don't
watching
believe
somebody
them.
else do them. And I could see them moving it with their fingers. And I did it myself and I held them. Because the only way for you to truly believe in something is if you do it yourself. So that's what I did. And they didn't work. They didn't move. The only time they actually moved was when I did it myself. When I physically moved them myself. So I personally don't like them. But it's your own personal opinion.
yeah.
Is it Nina?
Oh, and then
Yeah.
How old
our
is she?
Instagram. It's the Para Family. It's all one. So you can find us on Instagram. And then I don't know what the Twitter name is. The Twitter name is the Para Family too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So you
it's
can-
all this. I got all the same pictures up there, so it's basically the same as the YouTube, the sky thing with the wings.
Or the
Or the
Instagram
R.
is the R.
Yeah.
I can. Let me see if I can. If you can
All right,
see it.
hold on.
I want to address
No, you
Nina
can't.
about the Shadow Man because I'm really.
It's
I
not
want
just.
her. How old are you, Nina?
$35.
All right, Nina. The first time you seen this Shadow Man, do you remember what was happening in your life?
Oh no.
15, not 35.
Which there's two.
Nina.
The one who's asking about the Shadow Man.
Nina Willie is 35. Nana Beg is 15.
Is that the one who's seen the Shadow Man? Who's seen
That
the
was, I'm pretty
Nana.
sure.
Nana.
That was Nana.
And that's the 15-year-old?
15-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what you were doing the first time you seen him?
I can sleep paralysis.
We've both seen a shadow man. I've had sleep paralysis. So they're both. So there's Nana, is the young one.
Mm-hmm.
Nina is the 35-year-old. Nana is the one asking about the shadow person.
And that's
Well,
the.
they-
Nina is the one that's trying to discover her skills, but she thinks she has skills, but she's scared to jump in.
they both listen to the Shadow Man.
And they both, yeah. And then there's Kit Kat, who said, "I'm 12 and I've seen the shadow."
Okay, guys. Everybody sees shadows. Everybody will see at least one shadow, one ghost
Wait,
in their
hold on
entire
a second.
life.
Wait a minute. So, Kit Kat, you have a haunted stuffed animal. It once got thrown across my room and it hit you in the head. It's not the stuffed animal that's haunted. That's more like a poltergeist where the spirit can move objects and through an object maybe, but that's the thing itself.
Oh yeah,
is
because then if that was the case, the bread in our restaurant would be haunted because it's being thrown at us all the time.
Like, I mean, the only doll that I know of that's
Is Annabelle.
truly haunted is the Annabelle doll, and that's, I believe that's in John's possession, or
She's saying I would usually see my family members during sleep paralysis, but I saw a tall shadow man. It was like a tall shadow with a hat, and it looked like Ken.
cane,
A cane.
like a cane. What?
Like a cane and a sank.
Okay. I would almost guarantee you this is your spirit guide, one of your many spirit guides, but this is the spirit guide that tries to guide you in, and I was saying this earlier, he tries to guide you in the right direction instead of you going in the wrong direction. That's what I'm being told, that the spirit, this gentleman that you are seeing, because you don't see him all the time. You only see him at certain aspects in life.
But it has weird eyes, and I don't.
It's
I don't like the feeling of him, so I ran.
You should always tell him to stop.
you
Leave
can't.
me alone.
But if you're in a situation, if you're doing something or in a situation where something bad is going to happen and they are trying to stop it, and you say you run away when you see him, there's a reason why, because you're not supposed to be in that particular space at that particular moment. And trying to keep you out of trouble and keeping you out of harm's way.
Yeah. Becca, you feel somebody's watching you, spirit-wise. If it's been going on for a long time and it hasn't harmed you yet,
It's usually a guide. It's
usually
a
a spirit
guide.
guide or your
Guardian angel.
somebody that's with you. Believe me, if you've ever had a near-death experience, like close, like you came close to dying,
Is this when he kneeled?
somebody could have.
When he kneeled,
stepped
did you
in for
run
that.
away or no?
Thanks, theorist. Appreciate the follow on Twitter.
I got hit by a car once.
That,
Ow.
ow. That must have hurt. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make
Did
light.
you see him then?
Yeah, did you see him when you were in the accident?
This isn't a bad guy. I'm telling you, this spirit is not a bad guy. He's not trying to hurt you in any way, shape, or form.
Now that I think of it, I did.
Is this the young girl or the young lady?
The younger one.
Yeah, the young one.
Are you stubborn? Seriously, serious question. Are you a very stubborn teenager?
Nana, she's talking to you.
No.
She says no.
No?
He says,
You don't learn things the hard way?
no, I am not.
I see stuff, but I ignore it. Don't ignore it. Accept it. No, that's somebody else.
No, I know.
Nayeli said, I see stuff, but ignore it.
I'm telling you, that gentleman for her is a guide. He's trying to guide her in.
What are spirit guides? Someone else says.
They're here to protect us. They're here to help us through our journey in life. A lot of people don't believe in them.
Think of it as your guidance counselor, your high school guidance
It's
counselor.
usually somebody that we've known from a past life, somebody that
You might not even know them. They might be somebody that knows you because they're related to you, and maybe great grandmother, great grandfather, great
Yeah.
great great great. Who knows? You just never know that side, and unfortunately, the only time we're gonna ever get those answers and know 100% is when we're over there. I can wait. I'm not. I'm not impatient. I'll take my time. What do you say?
well, I know mine. I've seen a lot of mine. I've spoken to a lot of mine. And you can use them for protection. That's why they're here. And they get very upset when you're not using them. I actually taught Corey and Aaron how to call upon their spirit guides and their ancestors to help them and protect them while they're doing investigations. That's what they're there for, and they want to work.
They really don't have anything better to do.
You're their sole purpose.
Yep. Thanks for that. We appreciate it. And hopefully we can help some people out, you know. That's what we want to do, you know.
She said I have a bad feeling about him.
I'm telling you, I'm not getting that.
I think you're just being
I
a
think
little,
you are.
Superstitious.
Yeah,
well, not now, just paranoid.
I think
A little
so,
more paranoid
'cause
because-
I'm not getting that.
And
at
a
all.
lot of that paranoia comes from the unknown because you don't know. We don't know. So you kind of, the more you deal with this kind of stuff, the more you open up to it. So, you know, the whole thing of not knowing is what scares everybody. If everybody knew what it was, it wouldn't scare. It's just like going into a haunted house. You don't know what's going to pop out in
'Cause-
front of you.
I'm telling you, this gentleman is probably from 1824 to 1826 was his time period of living.
Yes, Taylor, the other thing.
And he's just very strong in the way that he acts.
I don't think so, Natalie. Maybe, but I wouldn't let a dog guide me.
Why not? Gotta wear.
It says, can a dog be a spirit guide?
Oh yeah, I have a wolf. I have a spirit wolf.
Going back.
I have a spirit
Okay,
horse.
hold on,
He's
guys.
just got a spirit horse.
I don't know what I have.
So, who was it? Where is it? Ann Kiwi. Going back to the lipstick picture frame.
Back in the day, we used to have a club.
We owned a nightclub back in the late '90s, back in Florida, and
That was the logo.
the logo was
Those
the
lips.
lips.
I want to learn how to use my spirit guide and know who it is and ask for their help.
Okay, we'll do another video where I can teach you guys how to use your spirit guides.
Hold on. Yeah, Becca, don't worry about what people say about you.
Well, what's wrong?
Why do you care? Don't care what they say. Look, you know what you know. You know what you see.
Okay,
I get
hold on.
called weird for my gift. She said, should I just accept it and
Yes.
not care what others think? Yeah, because right now, and I'm not sure how old you are, hun, but as a young person, it's a little harder to do that. But as you grow older, you'll understand better
Yeah.
to where you could just
Because we had to
brush
tell
it off.
Nando.
It don't mean nothing. Yeah, we've had to deal with it
Nando
with our
came to
son.
me one day and said, "Mommy, how do I tell my friends in school that I see ghosts?"
You don't.
And I told him, "You don't. You can't." I said, "Baby, they won't understand it. That's something, unfortunately, at his age, you have to keep to yourself. Because people don't understand it. It's
Oops.
hard. It's scary for people."
I'm 20, but I've had. Right. She says she's 20 and she's had it all her life. Yeah.
Embrace it. It's beautiful. It's a gift.
What do you think people think about us?
Listen, it is a beautiful gift, and if you have it, use it. You have it for a reason.
Okay, I've been having headaches since I moved into my new apartment. I think spirit is attaching to me. My friend said that someone had tragically been killed. Somebody had
Oh, in the house?
Katrina, somebody had tragically been killed in your apartment.
Has she staged it?
Hold on. Oh,
Someone
all
said
right.
too.
Yeah, studio. Kanye said kids see ghosts sometimes.
They do! All the time. Kids are huge
You know why?
devices with ghosts.
The reason why children, babies, can see ghosts, we can see them too. You see them, we all see them. But we've been, since the time we came out, we have been molded and taught that this is scary, this is bad, we don't know what it is. So all of a sudden,
Your parents have told you, don't
Right.
play with that invisible friend. It's not real.
Right, you're crazy.
We're the opposite. I'm like, yes, play with your invisible friend.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Just clean up after yourselves.
Exactly. Stay neat.
And that's what happens when parents are like, no, 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 you're not really seeing that. You are, though.
Like last time, like 3 or 4
Well-
more days, like my brother told me to go to the kitchen. I turned lights on by my door. Was a lady with the dress, and she had like a crown. When I turned the light off, it was gone.
Is this the one with the apartment? The lady in the apartment?
No,
This is somewhere now.
no, that's somebody else.
You guys really need to learn how to clean out your personal spaces. Really need to learn how
Yeah.
to sage your houses and clean out your personal spaces to keep people from coming in.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, you can't get told how to use your gift. You have to actually get with somebody that can explain things to you and can teach you.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, it's not something that you can learn overnight. By no
My
means.
friend Kelly helps me. Because I call her sometimes when I'm confused and I'm like, Kelly, I don't understand what this means and I'm not sure who it belongs to. And she helps me. I mean, if you can find a medium in your state or your town, wherever you live, they can usually help you and
Yeah.
teach you how to use it. Like, go to your local Wiccan store
Yeah, just and just
and see
you
if
know.
they have a medium who is willing to help you find your way through.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask questions. You know yourself better than anybody, so you ask somebody a question and they don't give you the right answer. Well, then you know that's probably not somebody you want to deal with, or they can't connect to you.
And that happens a lot. You gotta notice, and I tell this to people, you know, not all mediums are gonna get everything correct.
Yeah, they're not 100%.
I mean, I can tell people things,
Hold on.
and 95% of it can be right, and then there's 5% where they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and a lot of times the 5% is the only thing they focus on.
Yeah. Studio. That's funny that you say that because there was a guy. He would see a guy in the closet where they kept their water heater as a kid, and
Keep the door shut. No,
no.
just
He
kidding.
says, I now know that he knows now that he was feeding off the energy, and you're absolutely right. We've done a couple experiments like that, and actually, there's been a couple of TV shows. I don't know if you guys ever watch. The guys from Tennessee, Tennessee Wraith Chasers. I'm not sure what the show's called. I think it's Ghost Asylum or Haunted Town. One of those. Anyways, they did that experiment as well, and yeah, the heat energy. They attract to a heat energy. We've tried to do it with one of the videos that we're doing, I had the stun gun
Yeah.
and tried to use the electricity from the stun gun to provide energy. And so far, heat has been probably the best source. Um, so yeah, you're right.
What else can you use to clean your personal space other than sage?
Frankincense.
Holy water.
Holy water.
Holy water. But sage is the
Oh,
best.
hold on.
Sage, frankincense. For the life of me, the other one is just off my head.
Incense?
No, it's
Mm.
frankincense, and there's one more. Coppola. I can't remember. I can't never say it correctly.
Oh, those little like salt
Yeah.
ball things that you burn,
Hold on, before you guys.
or the sugar stick. That you used to-
Lewis
those sticks
Lewis
that you burn.
said some people say mediums are witchcraft and
A
are
lot
bad.
of people say that.
What do y'all?
I
Well,
don't agree.
no, we don't really agree with
I don't
any
agree
of
with
that.
that.
You didn't choose.
Because
you
listen,
didn't pick that gift.
This isn't something, and this is something that people really need to understand. It's not like one day mediums went outside and were like, you know what? Today I'm going to speak to the dead. I'm going to be able to speak to people from the other side and help people cope that are on this side. It doesn't work that way. Somebody out there decided you're going to have this gift. The way you use it is up to you. You can use it for good, you can use it for bad. And I believe that this is a gift sent from somebody, so I use it for good.
Yeah, Katrina. If you don't mind, can you wait till after when we're done with the live broadcast? Then we'll be more than happy to that you can message and we'll talk to you.
Did you get ready to go?
What gifts do you all have? The only gift I can tell you I have is that I can sense when there's a spirit around. I
And
can
they really like him.
they attract to me for some reason. So I feel them. I sense them. I don't really care to see them. I don't care what a ghost looks like. The fact that there is a ghost is more than enough for me. So, but obviously, Tina,
I can see them. I can
she's-
speak to them.
yeah. she's the real deal, guys. You'll notice over time. You guys will find if you watch our videos and you see sooner or later what we're going to do is we're going to try to see. We're going to let her hone her skills in a little bit better. And she did it one time on Instagram a couple weeks back, where she was reading people during a live broadcast. So one of these times, we are going to do that. We're going to.
Here, I'll do it this way. There's been somebody with me since we started who I want to say had a stroke on this side of their face and passed away from a stroke. I would say they probably would have had maybe 3 strokes, and the third one took them. It's been bothering me this whole entire time.
Is there anybody here watching that has that?
Has a family member
There's a family member.
passed.
Yeah.
And it would have had more than 1 stroke. It would have been 1 stroke, another stroke, third stroke would have been the last.
Male or female?
I think it's, I want to say male. But
Thanks, Brunette.
again, Nando, what are your abilities?
My,
Not yet, Nina. Give us a minute.
my nan passed away from multiple strokes.
Nana, female?
Huh?
Yeah.
That's what somebody was saying.
Have
Yeah.
they been here with us the whole time?
Stephanie, have you been on since we went live?
At least an hour. We've been here for almost an hour.
At least
right?
about an hour.
Almost
Have
2
you,
hours.
Yes. We have.
yes. Okay.
Okay, so hold on. Go ahead, y'all. Let me, because just tearing my whole. The first stroke, did she go paralyzed on the one side of her face? Like my lip keeps going numb.
Now I get a new cat. Because I get chilled every time a cat comes near me. Get a new one. Leave that one alone and get a new cat.
No.
Yes.
No, I didn't say get rid of the cat. I just said leave that one alone, get another one.
What's y'all's Instagram?
The Parrot family.
Just look up the Para family on Instagram and Twitter.
The first my dad was at my house.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh
It's
boy.
11.
And so, hold on real quick. Nando has abilities, because we get some people who get aggravated with us sometimes if they see Nando in some of our videos that we do during the day. But I need people to understand that if Nando is with us, he is 100% protected. He is never with us on night investigations.
And in new areas that we've never been to.
He only is with us at places that I've been before. And he is so safe. You gotta understand, my house is haunted. My restaurant is haunted.
We're haunted.
He sees them all the time. Tell him, are you safe or not?
I'm super safe.
Have you ever been hurt, Nando?
No.
And he's the one that actually got. He was the first one, because he's the one that found the little girl,
In the restaurant.
Abigail, over at the restaurant. And this was before. Let's see, he's in 3rd grade now, so
Yeah.
I'm going.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
he's the one who saw him. So
I was just taking pictures. Randomly just caught her.
thanks, Kimberly. We try our best.
And sometimes I'm in this side room. And sometimes she pops up near me. And then she starts playing with me. And then I start laughing for no reason. And I just like that randomly happens. Like she's tickling me. Because I'm ticklish everywhere, so.
Emily, you guys check. I don't know so much about Alcatraz, but the Winchester House, I think we have plans to go there in a month or two. So we will be doing. We come by the restaurant. Can we talk to you? Sure, I talk to everybody. Anybody that asks me questions about the haunting or anything that comes to the restaurant, we're more than happy to talk to you. Like, yeah. So Nando's got to go to bed, and we're gonna kind of call it for tonight because we've been on for a couple hours. But yeah, if you guys stick with us, we'll stick with you guys, man. We'll keep bringing it out. If you have any suggestions, anything. Another thing too, when we do the next week's live broadcast, I'd like to go over some of the past videos and the investigations, and go over some of the evidence, because I know that you guys have commented quite a bit about seeing orbs, seeing figures, seeing faces, seeing things, hearing things. And we kind of want to go over all that stuff with you. Like I said in the very first video, a lot of the stuff, when I do the editing, I just go in to hear, just make sure that there's no cursing or anything like that. Other than that, I try to keep it as raw as possible. This way you guys can find out stuff and almost like having you guys with us on the investigation.
Because sometimes we slip up and curse.
Yeah, sometimes
Nisa.
when we get scared,
So,
well, Nisa, when she gets hurt, she'll drop a bomb here or there, and
Everywhere.
you know, I have to kind of get those out of there because YouTube won't be too happy with us, and we're you know, we're just like I said, we're just starting out. Hey, I want to thank every single one of you guys. All I think we're just about to 8,000 subscribers, and that is awesome, guys. We love every single one of you guys.
Thank you.
We thank you. As we get a little bit bigger, we will be traveling more around the country. We will announce where we're going to be. If you guys want to come meet us, eventually we'll do some. We'll probably do some meet and greets with Corey. And just a heads up, this Saturday.
Just remember, if you guys come to the meet and greet at Nona's, we're gonna be there anyway. So it's like getting.
It's a 2-for-1,
Yeah,
5,
it's a
6,
3-for-1.
all of us.
Every
so,
single one of us.
So if you come out Saturday
Yep.
from noon to 5,
Or to 7.
noon to,
It's noon to 7.
is it?
It's noon to 7.
Well, shoot, look, noon to
well,
7.
see, you got an extra 2 hours. I didn't know. I thought it was 9 to 5, but I mean, no.
Noon to 7. 9 to 5.
I'm sorry. Now, see, they're getting. It's late. It's Sunday. I gotta go to bed, guys. I stay up.
Some
I stay up till
memories
5 in the morning on nights when I'm doing editing, and I just did that last night to edit this video. And we did an investigation where
Fear Factory.
Perfect.
the haunted Fear Factory here in Salt Lake. Yeah, we did that one. So we're gonna be posting that one on Wednesday. You'll get that video.
That's probably
all
gonna
right.
have to be a two-parter because we were there for a really long time.
Yeah, we got some pretty cool EVPs and we got some good
Yeah.
stuff. You know, the festival is 10 to 8. You're absolutely right, Sue. Since you're in charge. of
This
it.
is Sue's
Every-
festival. Everybody say
Yeah,
hi to
everybody
Sue.
say hi to Sue Nozak.
We love
Sue
Sue.
and Steve. They took this bull by the horns, and they're running this festival, and they're doing a hell of a job. So
Support them. Come on out.
support them. Yes.
We live in Utah. Come out to the festival Saturday.
Main Street Magna. It will be the Halloween in summer, plus the Corey and Aaron meet and greet. Plus you can meet us. You can see Nona's and
Have some really good pizza.
have the best Italian food in Utah.
that you would ever have in your life.
Hey, again, guys, love you. Thanks. Tell your friends to subscribe. We need to get some
Like
more
and
people so we
subscribe.
can get out and about and meet you guys.
Tell
Thanks
everybody.
again. Much love, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let me see how to end this.